All right. What is up? What is up? Starting New York sessions live. Obviously the last the London session, I don't know what happened. I couldn't find my myself posting profits. So I'll show one more time. Let me get on my history here. So you can see, you guys can see that this is what I caught on the spike for gold and USD JPY. I still have these trades because I want to see where the direction is going to go before 9 a.m. because 9 a.m. is red news for the Michigan Consumer Sentiments Index. And plus you got 3 Fed speeches, one at 9, one at 11, and one at noon. Oh, come on. What's going on here? There's nothing crazy. I'm not doing anything crazy right now. Really, I don't know what's up with this webcam. What's going on here? This is what I got right now, okay? This is what I have open, okay? So that way I'm not confusing you guys. Yeah, I guess I just woke up just in time just to take profit on the spike here. 56 minutes for the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index. That's at 9. Kaplan is speaking at 10:30. Powell's speech is at noon. Okay, so there's 2 Fed speak, and then we'll also at 9:30 Evans' speech. So like I said, 3 Fed speeches. Also, the Central Bank of Europe for Vice President, he's speaking too at 9. So 4 speeches can make a difference. And like I said, it can retrace all the way. It can make gold go back all the way down. It can make USD JPY and all US dollar to rise back up again. So I always take profit on the spike. I don't ever swing it. I'm guessing you guys want me to re-explain on. Hold on. So let's go look at gold here. Obviously, you see the spike touching the lower band, shot up at 7:30. A little retracement going down. Whoops. Obviously, you guys are just still looking at me. Sorry. Hold on. I want to show you guys. I want to show you guys how I'm looking at this. There we go. Okay. Let me get on. I don't look at the 30-minute. I'm looking at either the 5-minute or the 1 minute. Okay, so obviously time has passed. Okay, so obviously let's look at the 1 minute here. It's been touching this lower band, but the biggest thing is obviously it went down a minute before. Okay, it's on a 1 minute chart for gold. It went down. That was already my reaction to buy it. If you look at FX Street, I'm gonna tell you guys one more time. Do not ever follow what they say. What did they say here? Come on, they said something. Oh, come on. Oh, hang on, let me refresh this so you guys can see. Okay. I had to refresh it. Hang on. I'm gonna go back and show you guys what FX Street said before CPI. Look what they said. They are saying that US CPI index will likely increase for September. This is coming from Wells Fargo. And this is coming from their chief economist, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Why would I fall for that? Do they know what they're talking about? Or are they just trying to make sure you lose money? Remember that. This is the Bank of Wells Fargo saying this. Okay? And so here's another one. Gold fails ahead of 1300, drops to session lows with US CPI in focus. So when people read up on the news, they end up following the news for the red news. You don't ever follow what they say for any red news. Obviously, they're just going off of their own assumption here. Very important. You have to start looking at your. I always look at the candles. I don't ever look at the indicators. I don't ever look at MACD, RSI, any of that stuff. Okay. Obviously, they're projecting good news for US. I'm going the opposite way. You sell the news, you buy the facts. You don't ever try to go what they're saying. Could you imagine if I was going what they're saying, I end up losing? Instead of making $100 in profit, I'd be going back to negative 100. So obviously, that's not a good assumption there on my end. And so, very important to pay attention to. And I don't know if you guys want me to stay up for the Michigan consumer settlement. I'm not expecting too much out of the Michigan consumer settlement, but it can be a retracement, which means gold can go back down to where it started. And if Michigan consumer settlement becomes good, so if it is, which usually it does, and then ends up sending it back down, reversing. Let me see if anyone's got any questions on here. What's up? What's going on, guys? I mean, I hope what I said explains a little bit more trading on red news, because when someone sees it, you have to look at the charts. And how I caught up on it was right before. Oh man, what it was? I think it was either June or July is when I started catching on to the red news. And so, and you're talking about 5 months ago. And so, like I said, I've only been trading live for 10 months already. So obviously I wanted to learn how to trade red news, because every time I look at red news, it would spike up. And I was like, man, what if I could just catch that spike and I'd be good for the day? And you can be good for the day. You can make a lot of money off one spike. Where in price did you get it for the pound? I didn't get in the pound for New York sessions. I actually closed out before New York sessions because I wanted to focus on USD, JPY, and gold. Now, when it comes to New York sessions, I focus on US pairs and gold. Okay, and those are my two favorite pairs. I love those pairs, and I always trade them. And I master those two pairs as much as I can. That's right. You sell the news, you buy the facts. That's right. Even the book Currency Trading for Dummies talks about it in chapter. There's a chapter in there they talk about it for trading news. And so they even say the same thing what I'm saying. It's nothing new. For the pound, obviously the pound dropped, okay, after London opened. It's just what I wanted to anticipate for last night, even though the pound did break a new price for 133, but it didn't sustain above 133. It was below 130 yeah, 1.33, the $1.33. So obviously, euro dropped back, pound dropped back, and you have to ask yourself, can it drop even further once the sessions hits? And if you don't think it's going to drop any further, then you end up buying it. So you don't want to go with what the big Forex websites are talking about. I know investing.com was talking about getting these for the CPI and the retail sales release, not just FX Street. So you have to catch on to these red news. There's a reason why I wanted to keep trading red news, because I wanted to make that kind of money right away, so I don't have to swing for 6 to 8 hours just to make that kind of money, unless you're doing standard lots. So very, very important. And I mean, the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index can reverse gold and US dollar, but it has to be a significant better than expected. Let's talk about actual forecast and better than expected news. And let's talk about that, because I know some people is wondering how I read that. So let's go to investing.com. So here it is, investing.com. I'll show you guys. This is crazy. Okay, 12 news released for the data for U.S. economy here. So very, very important that you have seen. Okay, it is bad. U.S. dollar index on top of here is bad. It's been down. Okay, it surged up to 93 before the CPI and retail sales released. As soon as it released, it dropped immediately back to 92 point, I think 92.6, 92.5, somewhere around there. So right now it's trying to regain itself. So you look at actual, because these are actual numbers, and then you look at what they forecast. Obviously, it was below than they expected. This is below. This is below. That really don't mean much. 1%. It's not enough to push. One good news out of 12 news is not enough to push, even though this is like really, really key. Okay, so it wasn't enough to push it. You know what I mean? You can see all the other red actual statements. Retail earnings is still not enough to push it either, because they're just one bull. So very, very important to see. Like I said, look at the candles. Look at the candles. Just that 1 minute before, because my FX calendar counts it they time it down. So once it hits 59 seconds, you start looking at the candles. Then you can start projecting where the anticipation is going to go. So yeah, I'm sorry, man. I just woke up not too long ago. I mean, so yeah, I was talking about the actual forecast for better than expected news for the data releases for US. The speech is harder to predict. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The speeches are a little bit harder to predict. People, you have to wait at least Man, how do I want to describe this? Within 5 minutes after the release of the speech, when it hits the economic calendar, you should start seeing a direction where the candles are going. Now, if it's FOMC minutes or FOM, or if it's a rate hike, then yeah, you can already tell what to anticipate. So it's kind of hard. Yeah, it's really hard to predict right away because it's not data release, it's a speech release. So you have to wait for them to say a couple words, and then the investors are going to be like, okay, this is what we're going to do with the currency. Unless you want to go right away and then hope it goes your way, but I don't recommend that. I trade before the release of the news. I don't trade after the release, because if you trade, could you imagine if I was waiting until it spiked up just to see if I was going to buy it or sell it? Obviously, I missed out on the pips, and I missed out on the candle. So why would I want to buy it when the initial spike? Or why would I sell it when the initial is spiking down on that candle? I'm missing out on pips here. I'm missing out on the profit. You don't ever want to do that. If you're going to trade before the news, then you have to know what to anticipate before the news hits. You do not look at your indicators. You look at the candles. The candles are going to point the direction right away. Obviously, you sell the news on what everyone's saying and you buy the facts. Obviously, the facts are true that US data was bad today. Can't stress it enough. You don't ever want to go what FX Street is saying or investing.com is saying. I don't even go off of what they say. I remember going off of what they say, I ended up losing more money. And I always ask myself, like, you know what, why is it that it reverses every time on red news? And so once I caught that pattern, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna reverse my trades every time red news hits. So I know a lot of people don't like to trade on red news and they stay away from it until after the initial spike for the candles, that first candle that spikes. But I don't I don't like trading on the retracements because then you're guessing when it's going to retrace. And I like to just go right when it spikes, because that means you can't go wrong. The only way you go wrong is if you follow what others are saying. So, I mean, man, gold's gonna break a new price. I think gold's gonna try and shoot for, what's this upper band on the daily? 1313 on the daily. 1315, 1314. I'm just kidding. I don't. Usually, Michigan consumer sentiment um, ends up being positive. So that's why, like I said, be careful, because at 9 a.m. it can retrace back down. So it means gold going back down, and then U.S. dollar index and all U.S. pairs will be rising back up again. So just because there's a lot of momentum, a lot of good momentum for the pound, euro, Australia, New Zealand, and gold, doesn't mean that they're going to keep riding all the way up. Don't ever swing on a Friday. Don't ever swing any trades on a Friday, because I don't recommend doing that. So Yeah, I mean, I hope what I said about trading red news is, I mean, it's like I said, it's really hard to explain because we can talk about different types of red news, speeches, the Fed's, uh, if the banks are speaking, or if there's a meeting with the banks, any data releases. Now, when I read the book Currency Trading for Dummies, I actually looked into what data releases are the most important to pay attention to. CPI is pretty crucial for US. So it runs all the data that, well, what the consumers are buying from last month. And if they made a lot of money off retail sales, which means like Walmart, any retail stores, even online stores. So for last month, but last month the two hurricanes hit. Every data release is for last month, not this month. Just remember that. I want you guys to understand that. Where can you trade? For FinPro, I can do a micro lot for 1 cent. Yeah. Traders Way won't let you do it. You have to do increments of 10 cent lots. I know that. LMFX lets you do it for micro lots. I forgot if FX Choice will let you do it or not. I forgot. Um, JFX actually lets you do it on a micro lot. I'm trying to go back to all the Forex brokers that I was using. Currently, I'm using FinPro, so yeah, I have some positions open for those that I just got on. Yeah, I know Traders Way, you can only do increments of 10 cents, and you have to keep doing 10 cents or more. Can't even do 0.01. So this is where I'm currently at. I'm going to get out when the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index hits, okay? And this is the profit that I made when the spike happened this morning for gold and USD JPY. So I will be, obviously, I'll be honest, like I'm done trading. I can't believe I'm still up too. So I mean, biggest thing is, I'd probably be expecting. Yeah, I'm using FinPro Trading. I'll type it down out of way you guys are not confused. So obviously, half an hour to the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index. I wouldn't be surprised if it reverses, like USD, like all the US pairs and USD US dollar index would rise back up, and then gold would drop back. And so that could be the retracement that you guys can take on. And I don't really think gold's gonna go any higher than where it's at right now, because it's just been. I mean, it's above 1300. It's at 1301, but it's not enough to sustain another breakout. So I hope that helps you guys out. It is red news for that Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index. So like I said, if it turns green, anything that's green is better than expected. So, oh, the name of the book? I just show it to you. This book right here. Got this book for like $10. This is the 3rd edition for Currency Trading for Dummies. Yeah. Oops, come on. I mean, there's some great chapters to read. I don't read all the chapters, but like I said, I read up on the last couple chapters because it talks about how to be a successful trader, how to analyze risk, and how to figure out what your trading pattern is. And then I went back to the chapters in the beginning to look at how the news and the data releases for the economy for each country affects. So I went to I went to like the half price bookstore, or I didn't buy this book brand new. I bought it used. So there's no point in paying. Man, if you buy it brand new, I don't know how much it is. I think it's, hopefully it's not more than $20. I mean, there's certain things that I highlight in here that I always go back and touch on. And so, and every Saturday, I try to read up on something in here and refresh my memory on how I trade and what the book talks about, the way they think trading is and the way they look at trading. So every Saturday, I always try to read up on something so I can understand more about the markets. $30? Nope, I only paid $10 for this book. Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of discount bookstores. I mean, like I said, I don't recommend any one of you to like try and pay full price for it, unless you want to pay full price. I don't know, like I said, any thoughts on the yen? Are you talking about USD/JPY? Chaotic Storm 911? Is that what you're talking about? Yes, no. Oh, would I buy USD/JPY right now? If you're doing it for the retracement, then yeah. But if you're just hoping to like swing it for the day, I wouldn't recommend that. Remember, there's 3 Fed speeches too. So just because Michigan Consumer Index is red news, there 2 of the Fed speeches are red news. One at 10:30 and one at noon. So I mean, to me right now it's at 111.7. So usually the Michigan Consumer Index and 9 a.m. news tends to be positive for US, and then it retraces itself back to what it lost, back to where it dropped. And so that's why I said I'm getting out, because I wouldn't be surprised if it does that. Okay. And oh, that's cool. Free book. Thanks, Annie. So free book for that way you guys don't have to buy it. Hope you guys didn't buy it. There's another free PDF book I recommend. It's called The Disciplined Trader. So I'll type that down for you guys. You guys can Google that book, and it's free. When can we register for? Oh shoot, I forgot about that. No, do not. If I did not message you, obviously the people that won already got the Bitcoin last night, and so so I don't know. Yeah, I think you brought that up. Yes, a lot of people were asking me about the Bitcoin giveaway. Okay, obviously if I didn't message you, obviously you didn't win. So there was, I think 5 subscribers that won, and they already got the Bitcoin last night. Now I'm approaching, or how many subscribers am I? I'm approaching close to 2,000. So once I hit 2,000, I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna give away this time, but there's a couple of things I thought about giving away, and but once I hit 2,000 subscribers, I know I'm gonna give something away, and then once I hit 3,000 subscribers, for those of you that are watching this right now, once I hit 3,000 subscribers, I want to pick 10 people, whether it's from the subscribers list or from the Google Hangout chat group, and I want to be able to build that relationship so that I can, if you ever needed any you like free coaching, free mentorship, you can call me, text me. You have access to my personal number and my personal email, and so that way I can speed up on helping you out on Forex trading. And so I'm gonna pick 10 of you guys once I hit 10 3,000 subscribers. And so I had that already set up. And so I want to be able to focus on 10 of you guys, because obviously there's a lot of people asking about, can I do one-on-one? Can I do any personal training or personal coaching on Forex trading? Obviously, I'm taking a lot of time out of my hands. So I'm already given a lot of time to be on here already. I made a lot of sacrifices already. So it'll be 10 people for sure that I want to be able to. Well, once I hit 3,000 subscribers, then the contest will start, because I want to be able to get to know you, and And for those of you that's been private messaging me and talking to me and been emailing me, eventually I'm gonna start picking out those people that actually does communicate with me. And so I don't want to be, like I said, I don't want to be picking someone that's not really serious about doing this. So very, very important. So I'll pick 10 of you guys once I hit that. And I know that once I hit 2,000 subscribers, I want to give something else away. I mean, unless you really want Bitcoin, I can give you Bitcoin. So, and I just haven't decided on what I plan on giving away yet. So, but for sure, 3,000 subscribers, I want to pick 10 people to be personally mentored and coached and learn how to trade like me. And I want you guys to take it up to the next level. 50,000 6 months. I know, I'm really shocked. I mean, I started this channel 3 months ago, and then like this month just blew up, and so it's crazy. It's crazy what this channel has been going. So, but like I said, if you guys are serious, you guys can private message me. For those that actually want to be one of the top 10 people that's going to be personally mentored and coach, and you'll have access to my number, personal email, and all that stuff, so we can talk. $10,000 giveaway. No, I actually thought about if we were on the same Forex broker, that I can do like an internal transfer of money to your live account. I wanted to do that too, but we would all have to be in the same broker. And so like I said, that was another thing that I wanted to do too, but we would all have to be in the same broker. So yeah, like I said, you guys are more than welcome. I'll post up the let me post up the link here for those of you that want to be part of the Google Hangout group. Where is... So if you open an account with your broker under your IP name. Yeah, no, I can't even do XM because XM told me that they don't accept you as clients. So like I said, in the US here, it's pretty strict. And that's why I'm gonna go back to, you guys can do FinPro too if you guys want, but I don't know if I can do any internal transfers from there. Now, once I get back into FX Choice, I know everyone can get into FX Choice. So I want to be able, like I said, I thought about giving money into your live account. That was another thing I wanted to do too. I mean, it doesn't have to be Bitcoin, but I mean, obviously, you guys see the value where Bitcoin is going right now. For those of you that have not invested in Bitcoin, and yeah, once I hit 3,000 subscribers, I want to be able to pick 10 of you guys and personally get to know you, and start teaching you the way I trade, and I want you guys to be more successful than me. So yeah. If you want to email me, if you really want to email me, you can Oh yeah, if you want to email me, go to my channel, go to my profile. Yeah, go to my channel, click on about, and then on the about section, there's business inquiries. You click on that, and screw this. All you do is, I'm giving you my email right now. This is my Gmail. I actually didn't read this Currency Trading for Dummies book till my wife got it for me back in July. So it actually taught me a lot of great things. What's up? What's going on? My demo account, man. I mean, a demo account is a demo account. I mean, to be honest, I mean, when you have that kind of money in a demo account, of course, you can flip it around or make consistent profit. You have enough to leverage on a bigger account than a small account. Yeah, like I said, I mean, once I hit 2,000 subscribers, I'll be able to give something. I haven't decided what I'm gonna give away, but I mean, I'm past halfway to 3,000 subscribers, so I'm gonna be able. I have to start looking right now. Those of you that want a person get to know me, you can feel free to message me because, like I said, I really want to get to know each and every one of you, and eventually pick out the top 10 people once I hit 3,000 subscribers to be actually being personally mentored and trained and coached by me at any time. And you can feel free to ask me any questions or what you think about trading, and we can talk about personal things too if you guys want. You have access to my cell phone number and my personal email, so that's something that I wanted to do anyways. I know I can't do it for everyone, but the only way, I mean, I had a bunch of talks with other successful forex traders, and they said that I should charge for my time. You know, if everyone is wants to be personally coached and trained by you, and so it's really tough because I'm really not trying to go that route, to be honest. And so I believe that 10 people is enough, but we need my help. Like I said, if you go back to my channel, you can always see the free Forex education videos in my channel that I talked about. And the most important one would be the 55-minute video. So I know there's a bunch of people from different countries that are trying to get in on this. And so I have to be able to, I don't want to stretch myself too thin because I'm stretching already to be on here outside of what I do. Like I said, full-time college student. I stay home with the kids. My wife works full-time, so I'm devoting a lot of time to be on here. So, I mean, like I said, eventually, sometime next year, I want to be able to have a website set up and set up a server, and that way you guys can see my live trades every 24 hours. So that's another thing that I wanted to set up too. Because eventually I'm gonna be shifting into my own website. Yeah, you got a bunch of people from different countries. So I don't know about international calling, but I'm gonna have to get used to it. So let me see what's going on. I know a lot of people were asking if I could do signals, but then you know it starts just compounding on my time. And if I'm gonna do this, like if I'm gonna personally train someone, especially 10 of you guys once I hit 3,000 subscribers, plus if I want to do signals, obviously, you know, I'm gonna have to start charging. And I'm just being honest, you know, because I'm taking a lot of time to be on here, and I hope that you guys take this knowledge every time I live stream. I hope that you guys take this knowledge and put it into your own trading as much as I, you know, as much as I'm pouring my heart and soul, you know, for you guys to be successful. I'm not just live streaming and just saying that, oh, this is what I do, and let's just look at charts. You know, and I'm not even live trading. That's not what I want to do. I want to be able to live stream, show you guys live trades, you know, showing you what I'm predicting for today, showing you what might happen, you know. And so want to be able to keep stretching this as much as I can, you know. And I'm getting old, you know, I'm almost 30, and you know, kids drive me nuts here at home. Thank God they're still sleeping. And so, I mean, it's it's been hectic, you know. They've been on 3 or 4 hours of sleep. Wednesday, I think Wednesday was the only night that I finally slept because I didn't live stream. So it's very, very, you know, this is the third week straight of live streaming. And so I'm gonna keep this up, because what's more better to have live trading and live streaming? When you're live trading, you want to see real results. You want to see the live action. And so that's why I wanted to do this from Sunday to Friday. And so it takes a toll on me, especially when I'm sacrificing a lot of sleep time. Yeah, you know, I got 2 girls. They drive me nuts. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys seen the little one that keeps popping in here. She does not, she thinks I'm spending too much time on here, to be honest. I'm just being honest, because she wants her quality time with me, and she thinks that I do spend a lot of time in this room here. And so thanks. I know a lot of people think I look young, but I'm 29, you know, and so I'll be 30 next year. And so should you sell gold? From the looks of it, it looks like, yeah, the trades are going to reverse. You know, obviously gold didn't break enough higher to keep going, so it's just messing around. It's just $1 over 1,300. Now, if it was 1310 or 1315, then I'd keep it, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to keep going, to keep sustain above. That's why usually Michigan settlement or any news at 9 a.m. that's red news for US on Friday tends to reverse again. And so that's why I said I don't recommend anyone to swing your trades from 7:30 all the way up till the end of the day. There's no point. And there's no point trading after 12 p.m. or usually after 11 a.m. because 11 a.m. Central Time is when London session and the overlap of London sessions in New York ends. So if you're still trading, then obviously there has to be some kind of purpose behind why you're trading after that. Oh man, actually, I talked a lot of stuff already. I talked a lot of stuff. You're gonna have to like, obviously in 9 minutes the Michigan Sentiment Consumer Index will hit. So plus you got 3 Fed speeches. Evans is speaking at 9:15, and then what was it? Kaplan is speaking at 10:30, and then Powell is speaking at noon. So those 2 last Fed speeches are red news. What's a Twitch account? Never looked into that. Scalping? I gotta check on my channel. I know there was one particular video where I talked about scalping, but I don't know if I titled it scalping. I don't think I did. It was one of the free Forex education videos where I had talked about 5 to 10 minutes on scalping. Because when I first traded, that's all I did anyways. I didn't swing any of my trades. So scalping takes a lot more time and a lot more focus because you're in and out of trades constantly. And so I got tired of that. I got tired of getting out, trading off the 1 minute chart, RSI, um, with the Bollinger Bands. It was just nuts. And so I just got sick and tired of just trying to catch small profits. Um, let's go to the economic calendar. It's 6 minutes till the news hits. Let's see here. Like I said before, any red news, I always look at the 1 minute chart or the 5 minute chart, but usually just comes down to the 1 minute chart. I don't ever look at my indicators for any indication of where it's a spike up or a spike down. You don't go off the indicators on a spike. Obviously, gold is not sustaining enough momentum. It'll end up being a sell. Because usually 9 a.m. red news is usually good anyways. Um, 2 minutes. What are my expectations for the speech? Sorry, I was on other things here. Yeah, I have not tried Twitch, so I'm gonna have to look into that. Usually, so far the speeches has been bad, to be honest. And this whole week, even FOMC was bad too. So, I mean, oh, here you guys can see. Okay, so that's why I'm using my effects book count. It counts by the seconds here. Obviously, the red news is going to hit in 40 seconds here. Yeah, so that way you guys can see what I'm talking about. That's why I use my FX calendar. So you got less than 30 seconds to make your prediction. Obviously, I'm not looking at the candles, so wow, it was good for US. No way. What? That's why I got out. Woo. I don't know if it's enough to push. If it's enough to push, but we'll see. Gold's going down. Honestly, I'm not going crazy right now. The best time to go crazy was this morning, 2 hours ago. Yep. That's why you don't ever want to swing your trades. You can't expect gold to keep going higher, and you can't expect USDJPY to go even lower. That's why it's very important to pay attention. Oh man, oh man. Yeah. So the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index was better than expected. It was 6.1 higher, so obviously that's huge. You can see on investing.com, this is all about Michigan consumer sentiment. I had not seen this thing go red at all in a while. So Okay, hang on. And you back to the group. Oh, harmonic trading. I'll be honest, I don't use harmonics. Okay. Man, I got too many people bugging me. So I'm gonna stop this live stream. I got a bunch of people on the chat group. I gotta fix something there. So, I'm not expecting USDJ probably to go down even further, but usually, like I said, whatever 9 a.m. it does, then it ends up reversing. So obviously, Michigan statement was positive, and so that's why I said I don't recommend anyone to swing your trades out from 7:30 till now, because I always take profit on the spikes. I don't ever swing it. So very important to look into that. So I'll just show you guys. I mean, obviously I took profit already, and then just did a little. I just switched everything around here. So I mean, can the Fed speeches bring it back down? Can't. So like I said, just gotta do your own best judgment on that. And like I said, there's 3 Fed speeches. One that's gonna happen in 10 minutes, one at 10:30, and one at noon. The one at 10:30 and at noon are the 2 red speeches. So they could say something positive on Friday, and U.S. dollar could regain itself, even though they hadn't said anything good at all this whole week. So, like I said, it's what it is. Other than that, I'm gonna go back to this Google Hangout group and fix what's going on, because some people got kicked out, so I gotta figure out what's going on here. So thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for watching me. Like I said, once I hit 2,000 subscribers, I have to look into the prize I'm gonna give away. But 3,000 subscribers, I'm gonna pick 10 people to be personally mentored, coached, trained by me at all times, and you have access to my personal number and my personal email. So other than that, that's pretty much it. And I already gave the Bitcoin away. I'll type that down. I'll re-edit the video, the people that won the Bitcoin. And so, all right, I wish you guys, the best of luck. I'll tune in again on Sunday. I'll be going live Sunday again. And what else I was gonna say? On Sunday, it was something very important I wanted to say, but I forgot what it was. So, you guys have a great weekend.